A very common question I always get: can I start OFM with $0? So I'm going to go over whether it's possible or not. It is. What you'll miss out on by not having any startup capital. So there are a few essential things that you may struggle a lot more than someone who has money. Do I recommend starting with $0? And how much money should you start with? Right. This video idea came from my Telegram chat, by the way. So if you want to get in contact with me, if there's anything specific you want to know, get in contact with me through Telegram. Basically ask me to do a video on something, and I may or may not make a video on that subject if I think it's good enough for a video. I thought this was a very good one. Can I start with $0? So yeah, possible. Yes, it's very, very difficult, and it will be very, very slow. However, I understand that some people don't come from the best background. We have to start somewhere. Of course, someone from London is going to have a massive benefit in terms of money over someone from Sri Lanka setting up an agency, right? But yeah, if you have $0 to your name, or pounds or whatever, you're going to likely have a load of time to be used instead. So you can leverage your time instead of money, and this does exist. Time will be absolutely key if you don't have money. But that being said, there's nothing to stop you succeeding with OFM without having any startup capital, because once you make startup capital, once you make money, you can reinvest that money into your agency. So, what things could we use money for in OFM? There's a lot of stuff, a lot more than this list can cover, but these are sort of the most important things you may be missing out on. So, websites do cost money to set up. You know, you're gonna have to pay for a domain, you're gonna have to pay for hosting. No matter what, if you build it yourself, you're still gonna have to pay for those sorts of things. And having a website can just make your agency look a lot more professional, especially in terms of like third world, hiring like third world girls from Colombia and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that's third world, but you know what I mean. Poorer countries, they often associate having a website with professionalism. So if you don't have a website, they're going to be a bit weirded out about it. A lot of girls will ask for your website, stuff like that. Staff, you won't be able to hire staff to carry out actions for you unless you hire staff on a commission-only basis, which is possible. Marketing, any sort of marketing costs, running ads, paying for promos, anything like this, buying your girl equipment, yeah, it's going to cost money. Not all marketing costs money, but there's a lot of things that may cost money. Recruitment. So a lot of people like to run ads or buy models nowadays because it's the most efficient way to do things. Recruitment, you'll be missing out on that sort of thing. But of course, cold outreach exists. You can set up an Instagram page for free. You can outreach to girls for free. Nothing stops you from doing that. Education, this is quite key as well. So paying for courses and mentorship. Obviously, someone who can leverage cash to pay for these types of things are going to have a massive head start in terms of the speed that they learn and the speed that their agency actually accelerates, because courses and mentorship, of course, are built by people who have agencies themselves, been successful with it. So they're going to teach you things that you may not get for free on YouTube, etc. But I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to make some quality content for free. So, should you start with $0? I don't really recommend it. Of course it's possible. Of course you can. And I actually teach this in a video. Literally, start with $0. It's 100% possible. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of graft. So, of course, I'm assuming that you're starting a business. If you have $0, you're willing to put in that work. But a lot of people don't really understand how much work it is. You're going to have to be working literally 24/7 for however amount of time it takes to pick your agency up. So what I recommend, get a 9-to-5 job, start freelancing, start making money any way you can. And then you can start to leverage a bit of cash in order to accelerate your business. as well, if you're from UK and you're saying, just for example, UK, could be anywhere, but if you're saying, I don't have any money, I can't start a business, but you go out drinking every weekend, you're smoking, you're eating chocolate, you're eating stuff that you don't need to eat, you're basically spending money on things that don't matter. Business requires a certain level of sacrifice. You're going to have to spend money at some point, whether that be money you've earned through the business and you're reinvesting it, or whether that be starting up. You start with a pool of cash and you spend that over a prolonged period of time, and obviously you're going to be earning cash along the way. Instead of spending your money on pointless shit, spend your money on creating a business that will actually help you in the future. It will actually give you that financial freedom that you're looking for. But a lot of people just aren't willing to sacrifice drinking on a weekend or going out on these days out or eating restaurants. It's pointless. Start a business instead. Just swap spending money on those things and spend it on your business instead. It's very simple, believe it or not. Yes, it's sacrifice, of course. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life, but there's got to be a level of sacrifice that you've got to be willing to take in order to start a successful business. So how much money is required? Now, this is just a rough estimate. This is kind of on the low end as well. Of course, you can start with thousands to get a massive head start, but this is sort of the basic level of money that's required. It's not a lot of money. So you're going to need a website. Of course, you don't need a website, but if you're starting money, you're going to want a website. $50 to $100, I believe, should be enough to start you off with a website. An agency page with followers. Now, it's of course important because if a girl sees you with 2 followers on an agency page and one's you and another's like a fake page you created, it's not a good look. So you're going to want a page with followers. And how do you do that? You spend money to either get followers or buy a page that already has followers on. That's about $10 to $20. It shouldn't really cost more. Running ads, of course, is a more efficient method of getting models. So if you're not really into cold outreach, it takes a lot of time. $50 or so on ads will get you a load of models, believe me, if you know what you're doing, of course. Marketing costs. So you can basically, there is no set marketing cost. You can be as extreme or as low end as you like. Of course, starting on the low end is a lot slower, it's a lot slower growth, and on the high end, you can basically just pay for a load of promos from big Instagram pages and big models and stuff like that, and obviously you're going to earn money quicker that way. But marketing costs, say you're only buying Reddit upvotes and maybe a few ads or whatever, $100 to $200. Education costs, I do recommend buying a course. I'm not saying buy my course, but buy a course or mentorship from someone who knows what they're doing. It will help you out more than can be explained on a video. People who bought courses, of course, you probably, if you bought a lot, you know that some are shit. So there is obviously a gamble there. Some are good. They basically just allow you to learn from someone who's done it before in a chronological order where you can just follow step by step. This, and this is what I need to do. Do this next, do this next. It gives you like an order. So if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be running about like a headless chicken trying to start this agency. A course can just help you out on that, basically. So the total, you're looking at about $300 to $600. That's about what, £250 to £500. Not a lot of money to start a business. Like really, really low cost. If you're factoring in the amount that a normal person would spend on weekends out and cigarettes and random shit they don't need, it's going to be more than that in 1 month. So if you literally are investing that, just a one-time thing as well, you can just save it up, and a one-time thing is going to cost you that much to set up a business. It's not a lot of money to invest. It's really not. You're investing in your future. You're investing in an asset. More importantly, you've got to think about these types of things when you're considering setting up a business. You obviously know that it's going to be beneficial, but if you're not willing to sacrifice a few quid from your paycheck at McDonald's, then unfortunately you probably will never leave that job at McDonald's, because business takes a certain amount of sacrifice. Of course, some people don't have that money, so they sacrifice time instead. If you can't sacrifice the amount of time that those people can sacrifice, you need a bit of money. So yes, you can set up an agency with $0. However, it will set you back in a lot of ways. So I do recommend having some sort of startup capital in order to start your journey. But yeah, also join my Telegram group at OFMKyle. I'm posting random OFM stuff, random lifestyle stuff, random business stuff. I've got a few things cooking in the background as well, which will hopefully grow and help out other people. So yeah, that is can I start up a business with $0? An OFM business? Yes, you can. It's hard.